There, family and friends. I thought that before we get today's video started, I'd just make a short comment here. I don't know if any of you have tried to build anything or any type of project that required wood, but the price of 2x4s has just absolutely skyrocketed. It's just unbelievable. So I've come up with this really great idea. Let me show you. Well, my idea, as you can see, is I've decided to grow some 2x4s. Of course, that's not what this is. When I lift this up and you look real close, you can see that I've got some late basil coming up. These boards were simply put on top of the ground to help hold in the moisture so that the seeds would sprout. And I'm very, very pleased. Now, I'll take these pieces of boards. These are actually leftovers when they were sawing the joist up above for the pavilion top. But I'll keep this watered, and in no time at all, we'll have some large leaf basil that we can make pesto out of, as well as cook with our tomatoes and put on our pizzas. We do like to make homemade pizzas, lots of things like that. So I just thought I would share that with you before we get started on today's video. Hello there, family and friends. Yes, I'm all sweaty. I've been working in the garden. I've also helped a very close friend of our family build a raised bed strawberry box for Pam. She wants to plant her strawberries in a raised box. It will just make it easier. We're not getting any younger, and it will be a lot better not to have to get down on your hands and knees to weed things. And as you know, we do use a lot of weed fabric here in the garden. We just find that we don't want to fool with the weeds in the garden. A little update on the garden. Today is June 29th, and this is Pam's case knife beans. They're growing quite well. If you'll go back, you'll see them when they were at a much earlier stage. I don't see any actual, maybe there might be, yes, there's a bloom. They should be blooming in a week or two. And then we have our little squash plants that are starting to bear, and those are a little smaller, yet they were planted earlier, and these are some that were planted later. And as you can see, there's lots of little squash setting on. Pam has a couple of cabbage plants here. Actually, there's 4 of them, and their cherry tomatoes are coming along great. And I'll have to say, as you can see, those little cherry tomatoes are full, and it looks like she's got the first one here blushing. Then of course this is our row of heirloom tomatoes. We've got quite a combination of different tomatoes here, and the tomatoes are doing quite well on them. They're loaded as well. Our next aisle over is our beets. And if you'll go back and look, you might see that I said I didn't know if these things would make or not. Let me twist this one out. When you multi-sow, you twist them out. So you try not to do what I just did. I took them all out. That could have been because of the black plastic. But I am going to try another one here by twisting it. That worked. I'm going to take some of these home to roast. My wife and I, as well as Pam, love to roast beets. They're just so sweet. And these greens are pretty on top, so we may fry them in some butter and garlic. I really like my fried beets. At the end of the beets, here we have a few little pepper plants here. I have a lot more at my urban garden at home. These two tall ones on the ends are Greg's Grande Jalapenos. And these jugs that say cat water, it's not cat water. I carry my water out to the garage and I label it so it doesn't get mixed up with anything else. But those jugs have little tiny holes next to the plant, and I'm feeding them some Epsom salt today. And though I don't normally use chemicals, I did throw about a half a teaspoon of Miracle-Gro in each jug. Here we have our late tomatoes, and that is a drip hose that's running. We should have had rain according to the forecast yesterday and today, and I don't see it happening today. It certainly didn't happen yesterday. So these are our late tomatoes. Half the row is heirlooms and half is a F1 hybrid. Now what you're looking at, these little holes here that I'm trying to get water in the ground on as well, that's some pole beans. I planted them about every 4 to 6 inches, which is what I normally do with pole beans. And I will have to put up fencing. This is some late squash that's been set out here. And there's the corn, and the corn is doing great. Now, everything looks so nice, but there's one thing that is a disaster. And you might as well see the disaster as see everything else. We're like everybody else. We're not perfect. This is where we planted potatoes. And I see Pam's put some 7 dust on the top of the potatoes because she was losing them to the potato bugs. Down this row right here, that's our okra plants. Cantaloupes and melons down here. So the garden should do well.